Are these reels any good? Hi, folks, it's Brad. We Be Fishing. We're a viewable podcast right here on YouTube and a spin-off version of the B&T Catfishing Adventure channel. Thanks for joining us today. We're taking a look today at the Ambassador Abu Garcia 7000 C3 Catfish Special reel. Boy, that's a mouthful, but it's a big reel, so maybe it's justified. Now, I'm asking the question if these reels are any good, or more so, I'm going to give my opinion as well. And if you have thoughts on it, I'd like to hear them in the comment section later on. But I decided to put these reels through the paces, and I've done so over the last few years. Now, I have the Abu Garcia 6500 Catfish Special, and those reels are made in Sweden, and they're excellent catfishing reels. Now, the 7000, while it's a bigger series reel, and again, the 7000 are definitely for larger fish. Now we're talking about a bait caster here, and it's definitely for bigger fish, our larger catfish here in North America, and large fish like big stripers and things like that, even, or muskie or whatever. But if you're taking it out in the ocean, you can even catch sharks with these things and other saltwater pretty large fish as well. But the reason this reel is being questioned, and there's been so much talk about them. Now, these reels have been out for several years, and the problem with it, or problem that some people have with them, is they're worried about the quality of these reels. Now, Abu Garcia has manufacturing companies throughout the world. And the 7000 series reels, many of these are made in China. And the problem there is also, plastic parts in these reels that many of people speak of often. And that seems to be an issue with them, and they think that these reels are apparently going to fall apart in their hands. Now, let's be honest, folks. Most fishing reels out there have some plastic parts to them. Somewhere along the line, there's some plastic in many of these reels. But as I stated, I have the 6500 Catfish Special from Abu Garcia and the 7000. And the 7000 holds, where it's a little more attractive, it holds much more line capacity. So, if you're dragging or drifting and you've got lines set out way behind the boat, and then the fish grabs it and then takes off, you're going to need that extra line capacity a lot of times. And, it has, like I said, more than the 6500. Now, with all that being said, it is also a heavier reel. But if you're not somebody that's bumping, it's not an issue. You're throwing your line out, and you're usually putting it in a rod holder, so you're not holding it all the time like you would if you're bumping for catfish, or if let's say you're a bass fisherman or something of that nature, where you're casting out and holding that rod constantly. All right, so while it is heavier, that's to be expected because it's larger and it holds the extra line. But with all that, this reel has held up just as well as the 6500. Now, we're all going to say we know that no matter what product you buy from what country or what have you, that there's going to be bad products. Something's going to come off the line and it's not going to function just right, whether it's a guitar or a car or what have you. Something is not going to be right. And there's going to be some people out there that just don't like it because they had a bad experience with one. Now, however, I don't just own one, I own a few of them. All right. So they didn't all come off the same assembly line. They were bought at different periods or different times. So they didn't come on the same truck or come over on the same shipping cargo container. These reels have held up. All right. I've had no issues with these 7,000 Catfish Special reels whatsoever. They're absolutely wonderful. I've got to say, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Yep, they're made in China. But the thing is, Abu Garcia holds people to certain standards. And if you don't meet their standards, you may lose that market over there. You may lose their business in China. So the quality is still being upheld that is expected by Abu Garcia. Now, I'm not getting paid to, by Abu Garcia to bring this information out and all this type stuff. This is just my opinion on these reels after fishing these reels heavily for about 4 or 5 years now. And I see nothing wrong with them, in the way they function whatsoever, and they're able to bring in very large fish. So there you go, folks. That's my opinion. I love the 6500. It's much smaller. It's easier to hold and so on and so forth. Line capacity is just not as great as the 7000, but these are sturdy, quality reels. And, I'll fish alongside anybody using these reels, no matter if they have a, less expensive or much higher dollar amount reel in their hand. These are going to bring in the same size fish as those much more expensive reels. Now, don't get me wrong, these can run up to about $200 or over $200 and something on these reels. So they're not super cheap, but they're not the highest end out there either. So if you're looking for a good catfishing reel, don't be afraid because it does say made in China on this. There are good reels. And you can't go wrong with the 7000 or the 6500 that's made in Sweden. You can't go wrong with either one. So there you go, folks. That's my take on it. If you've experienced something different, or if your opinion falls in line with what I've just said, go ahead and put that in the comment section too. If you've had good or bad experiences with these reels, let's hear about it, okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, when you subscribe to We Be Fishing, you get the B&T Catfishing Adventures channel as well. Hey, what a bonus right there, right? Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll hope to catch you back here real soon at We Be Fishing. You guys have a good one.